Coming up on Good Morning Texas, how students are forming companies in less than 72 hours.
How barbecue smoke becoming a bit too much for local residents.
And a first look into this year's annual fashion show.
All this and more coming up on Good Morning Texas.
Good morning, Texas. I'm Cameron Sines.
And I'm Cortland Cole. Thanks for tuning in this morning.
So how are you doing this morning?
I'm tired, but I'm so excited that today is Earth Day.
Right. It's Earth Day, and happy Earth Day. In honor of the annual celebration, our very own Cortland Cole talked to a few student organizations to see how they're helping celebrate Earth Day.
Earth Day is an annual event held on the 22nd of April worldwide in order to demonstrate support for environmental protection. Our own UT Campus Environmental Center is celebrating the day with many different events throughout the week, which they deemed Earth Week. We caught up with Jacqueline, who explained the importance of Earth Day.
So this is actually the 45th anniversary of Earth Day. It started in 1970, and it was really the beginning of the culmination of the environmental movement in the 70s. So it's been a critical point, talking point for trying to get everyone excited about the Earth, about the environment, trying to protect it. It's a chance for people to take a moment from all their other distractions and just have a day to talk about the environment.
The city of Austin threw an Earth Day festival in order to highlight the many different organizations within the city who help make the Earth more sustainable. Green is the New Black, a student organization from Houston-Tillotson, spoke with us about what they do to spark sustainability talks on campus.
So we've done different things, projects like the dumpster project, where the professor lived in a dumpster for a year. We have a partnership with Black Shear Elementary, where the students come to our school and we go to theirs to teach them more about the rain garden and how to compost and what it is to recycle.
Organizations like Green is the New Black and the UT Campus Environmental Center help spread the word on being more eco-friendly, including small everyday things you can do to become more sustainable.
Recycling, turning off the water, or turning off the lights. That can be how you can be green in a small, minimal way.
You know, the UT Campus Environmental Center is having an Earth Week this week, and today, in honor of Earth Day, they're having an Earth Day festival at Gregory Plaza. So I suggest everyone go to that.
Really? Yeah, UT's doing a lot to kick off Earth Day. There was even a West Campus cleanup this Sunday?
Yes, there was. They've done that, and they also have a panel on Thursday. And there was also the Earth Day Festival by the city of Austin this past Saturday. There's a lot going on. There were a lot of new startups there. And starting a new company could take as little as 72 hours. 3-Day Startup is a program which began here in University of Texas and has made its way across the world. Loana Solis tells us more.
What began in 2008 with a group of UT students seeking to collaborate ideas for startups has turned into a multinational program.
Our founders developed a very hands-on program, which is this what you see behind us. And so the students go through different modules throughout, 72 hours, and they get to actually practice what it is to launch a company.
During the 3 days of the event, participants collaborate ideas in groups and create a final pitch project. The 3-day startup program focuses on themes such as social innovation and energy.
Just the journey of learning and collaborating with people and pitching in your idea or pitching in or signing up for someone else's idea and then seeing the idea change, manifest itself, evolve and grow. It's amazing. It's a great learning experience.
Pitches presented at these events have proven great success. Applications like Famigo and websites like Who.me were created at these 3-day startups.
We've had quite a few companies that have been created to the startup. Collectively, they raised over $49 million. Here in Capital Factory as well, we had a couple of startups that went through their program.
Students who participate in this program get hands-on experience that help them progress in their major.
I learned so much in the 3 days that I learned more in the 3 days than I did like all of college so far. I'm a finance major at UT right now, and so finance has a big part in startups too because there's a lot of money involved.
The 40 participants of the event are also assisted with further development of their startup even after the program is over.
Wow, so Austin's a great place for startups.
And it's a great thing that you can start a business in such little times. I mean, 3 days, that's nothing.
Yeah, there's students doing it all around the city, and young adults right after they get out of college. Hooked and Taste Bud is one of the ones that I know pretty well. I know that students use it all the time to get really good food for really good prices. But with the large amount of barbecue restaurants and trailers around Austin, it's no surprise that some residents are complaining about the smoke emission affecting their health. Brenda Lau reports.
The smell of barbecue smoke is usually a smell that makes you stop and smile, but not for some nearby residents.
There's times when I come home, open the door, and the smoke hits me.
So, Austin City Council has proposed an amendment that calls for any restaurant or food truck that is located within 100 feet of residential properties and burns wood or charcoal to find a way to disperse it.
For our cooking, we've already made modifications to our pits. We spent over $10,000 insulating and just making them more efficient. We cut down on our cooking time to over 4 hours a day, and then we're cooking using about 25% less wood too.
Terry Black's barbecue is right behind some residential homes, and according to District 3 Representative Sabino Pierrenteria, the smoke is just overwhelming.
They're wiping me out. I get congestion, my chest, I can't breathe. I used to do, I start breathing harder when I exercise than I used to. I can't use the backyard.
Black's Barbecue, however, has been family-owned through generations and hasn't ever had this problem and thinks there's a better solution.
I think that's the way to approach it, just do a case-by-case basis and not ruin the traditions and make these long-standing traditions change that have really changed the face of Austin, the face of Texas.
I love some good Texas barbecue, but I really wouldn't want to affect people's health by eating it.
Yeah, health is the most important thing. If something's making someone sick, it's not worth it. But stay tuned, because coming up next, a look at this week's weather forecast.
Thanks for watching Good Morning Texas. Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. We have reporter Stephen Dow in the News and Weather Center. What's happening in the news this week, Stephen?
Thanks, Cameron. To all the folks who may have thought the listeria scare was over, I'm sorry to say, but Brennan-based Bluebell Creameries is recalling all of its products because of listeria contamination yet again. The nationwide recall comes after a batch of chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream tested positive for listeria. The company began a limited recall last month after its ice cream was linked to 3 deaths in Kansas. This is the first series of recalls in Bluebell's 108-year history. The company is working on sanitizing its facilities before bringing its famed ice cream back to supermarket shelves. The classic orange color of Kraft macaroni and cheese may be going the way of the dodo. Kraft says that it will remove all artificial colors and preservatives from its mac and cheese by January of next year. The change comes under pressure from consumers to offer healthier products with simple ingredients. Kraft mac and cheese is a childhood staple for many, and critics took to social media to decry the change. The company says that it's working on ensuring that the new mac and cheese looks and tastes exactly the same as the original. As Cortland mentioned earlier, you can check out UT's Earth Day Festival, which starts this morning and goes all through the afternoon. The festival celebrates the worldwide movement to support environmental protection. It was first celebrated in 1970. Today's campus festivities will include games, food, a raptor flight demo, beehives, and Make It Take It cactus creations. The festival is sponsored by the Campus Environmental Center as part of Earth Week. It runs today from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. You'll find the event on Speedway near the Gregory Plaza area. Well, that's all your news for this Wednesday morning. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Stephen. I'm so upset about the Bluebell ice cream. I personally don't like ice cream too much, but chocolate chip cookie dough is my absolute favorite if I were to eat ice cream.
I know. I love ice cream, and I can't believe that they're taking it off the shelves. But, if it's going to, hurt people, then maybe they should. At least for a little while. They should bring it back, definitely.
But I'm all for this new, healthier Kraft mac and cheese. If it tastes the same and it's better for me, all for it, go for it.
Yeah, I guess. It's weird to see it changing up and things like this changing in 2015. We've grown up with these things that are just changing this year, I feel like a lot of stuff in 2015 has changed out of nowhere, since from things that we knew as a little kid.
Earth Day staying the same day every year.
Yeah, the Earth doesn't, I mean, it's not going to change that much.
And how's the weather looking this week, Steven?
Well, it's going to be a week full of April showers. Make sure you grab an umbrella as you head out the door this morning, because Mother Nature's decided to be rainy for Earth Day. There's a 50% chance of thunderstorms all through the day and going into the evening. Temperatures will be mild with a high of 83 and a low of 71. Going to the rest of the week, it's going to stay wet and humid. Thursday has a 40% chance of rain, with temperatures reaching the 90s in the day and dipping to the 70s at night. And Friday is much of the same. 80% chance of rain with a high of 86 and a low of 68. Finally, on Saturday, we get a much needed reprieve from the rain. It'll be mostly sunny with a high of 93 and a low of 66. Perfect weather for the revelers partaking in Eeyore's birthday party down in Pease Park. Sunday, it's back to staying under your umbrellas with an 80% chance of rain with a high of 89 and a low of 70. It looks like the rain will ease up next week as we enter the end of April. Monday will be mostly sunny with no rain at all in the forecast. That's it for your weather, folks. Back to you.
Thanks, Stephen.
I'm kind of upset about this rain. I thought it would be gone by now, but at least Sunday it's a 20% chance. That's something.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's not too rainy over the weekend. We're all getting into that summer mode. So I know that everyone wants to go out and swim and do fun activities outside, go on hikes and stuff. So hopefully the rain doesn't last too long.
Well, when we come back, how to avoid cultural appropriation when dressing for festival season.
Stay tuned for Good Morning Texas.
Well, music festival season is officially underway. Just this month alone, there's been Chili Fest, Edge Fest, and of course, Coachella. And with Coachella comes interesting festival wear, including what some may consider inappropriate. We pulled some looks from Coachella over the years that are under fire for cultural appropriation. So the first look we have is not a bad one. It's a picture of Beyonce at Coachella with David Guetta. She's not doing too bad. She's just wearing a flower crown, high-waisted shorts, a crop top. She's good. So if you were to go to Coachella, you would dress like her, maybe even wear a dress, some sandals. That's a good look. Our next picture is of someone with a bindi on. And that's not okay because that's representative of South Asian or Desi culture. And the red dots on the forehead represented the third eye, which meant concentration or energy. And it also was used to signify a married woman. So for someone out of the culture to wear it as a fashion accessory, is not, the best thing if they don't really know what it means, So our next object is a headdress. So this one is not the best because it represents Native American culture. So in Native American culture, they wore the headdresses for, ceremonies like marriages, things of that sort, And what Native Americans are not okay with in this sense is that it represents them as a monolithic culture. There are 500 strains of Native Americans, and to represent them in this prehistoric past that they just still wear headdresses every day is really making them seem unmodernized when, they walk around us like everyday people,
Right. I really just don't understand the appeal to make these kind of, styles. They're part of people's culture, and I definitely would want something of my culture to be made into some kind of style that you can just glamorize.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely really cute, so I could see the point of wanting to wear it. But, if you just don't understand what it is, you should probably just not go for it.
Right.
And then our last is cornrows and the Kylie Jenner challenge, which is plumping your lips. So these kind of appropriate African American culture where, cornrows were a thing that we as a people do to our hair because we have to do it every day, and it was a very protective style for us, and it was cute, but it was considered taboo to popular culture. And then 5 years later everyone's wearing it as a trend when before no one wanted it. Right. So that's not could have been cute when we wore it, but it's okay. And then the Kylie Jenner challenge, People are hurting themselves to get bigger lips. Have you seen what they've been doing?
No, that's really strange.
So they take a shot glass and they put it over their lips and suck, so their lips swell up as if they were getting lip injections.
Okay, well,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not about the hurting myself to make myself look good, and that's definitely a very strange way to make a statement of yourself.
Yeah, I definitely think there are different ways to go about, looking cute. Like we said before, you can always wear a dress. They're cute floppy hats. Flower crowns are always a great thing to wear. Some people are even into the swimsuit thing. There are so many options that you can wear without disrespecting someone's culture.
Right. Next year, I'm definitely going to keep this in mind if I have the opportunity to go to Coachella or, one of the other big music festivals. But when we come back, there's a sneak peek of tonight's fashion show.
Stay tuned for more Good Morning Texas. Tomorrow is the annual fashion show put on by the university's fashion group. This year's theme is fusion. With us today, we have Ronit, the president of UFG, and two of the designers that are part of the show, Dakota and Teddy. Thank you for joining us. So can you describe to me what this theme fusion is?
So fusion really represents a literal fusion of all the different aesthetics of the designers in the textiles and apparel program who are presenting their collections tomorrow.
Okay, so can you guys each explain to me what is going on with your collection, what inspired you,
Yes, my collection is a variety of African cultures. I got all of my fabrics from fair trade companies that women in Uganda handmade the beads as well as the fabric that I'm using in my collection.
And this one in the green is yours, correct?
Yes, that's
okay.
My collection is inspired by Cuba. It's called Havana Nights. My family was actually born there and raised there, and so I found that it was really a socially relevant topic to be talking about and kind of expressed through fashion, since there's talks about having relations with the U.S.
Okay, so this is a senior showcase only, correct?
Yes.
So what else does UFG do to showcase your collections or to help make you, a better designer, to prepare you for the real world?
So UFG helps produce the entire show, so it's at the Frank Irwin Center, and we deal with everything including sponsors to finding hair and makeup. This year we have Jackson Ruiz doing all of the hair and makeup for all of the photo shoots as well as the show. We have sponsors, so we have Lexus of Austin, the University Co-op, Russell Corman Fine Jewelry, and Independence Title. So we are in charge of actually helping find those sponsors and settling them in. And then we also deal with all of the models and make sure that all of the designers have the correct models for their garments so that it looks the best on the runway.
Okay, and how do you find the models?
We work with a modeling agency, so
Okay.
it's Sue Weber's modeling agency, and it's a really nice kind of collaboration that we do with that company.
Okay, so can you each talk to me a little about what these outfits are? They're both really cute.
Yeah. My look is something that's called Afropolitan. It is a blending of African materials with contemporary looks. So I have the midi silhouette that's really in style right now with the popular cute flirty peplum, but I wanted to make this a more in-depth collection, so that is why I tried to get all of my fabrics fair trade, because I not only wanted to create something beautiful, I wanted it to be, relevant and helping someone else.
And so do you guys sew these by hand?
Yes, we create we start from the design, from drawing it, from getting all of our inspiration, and then from there we go through going through 100 different designs of what we want to do, and then we narrow it down to 3, and then from there we create the patterns, we change the patterns, we alter it to the human body, and then we ultimately create our collection.
Okay, so this one it's a really pretty color.
Thank you. Yes, so I was inspired by this lace. It's actually designed by Isabel Toledo. She's a Cuban fashion designer that designs in New York. And so I started with that lace and kind of wanted to incorporate a bunch of vibrant, rich colors to convey a passionate message. And then I did a little bit of beading And it's just kind of a cute, fun, nighttime, going out type of outfit.
So this is a crop top, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, a bralette with a crop top and then a mini wrap dress.
Okay, and are these the final products, or do you have another step for them, or this is it?
This is the final product.
Okay, they're really pretty. I love them both. So how can other students who are interested in joining UFG participate?
So UFG is open to all majors, so you don't have to be in the textiles and apparel program in order to be in UFG. You can just come to our meetings, which are every other Tuesday. The show is free and open to the public at the Frank Irwin Center tomorrow. You just go to the Frank Irwin box office and get your tickets there. They're free. And it starts at 7:30. The Longhorn Network is also broadcasting the show live, so if you can't make it, you can definitely tune in to the Longhorn Network.
And how many other designers going to be there? Is it just going to be you two?
No, there are 23 other
23,
designers.
okay.
Yeah, we have an active wear, we have a wedding or evening, like bridal or evening, and then we have a three-piece collection. So there's over 100 designs being shown on Thursday.
Okay, and is it every senior, or is there a pick? Does someone choose who gets to be in the show?
No, if you've taken the necessary classes to be able to create such, beautiful designs, you are able to participate in the show.
Okay.
And so you guys will be modeling your own dresses, right?
Oh gosh, no. We definitely have models for that.
Okay.
Well, thank you for coming in today. That's all we've got for this morning. For more on Good Morning Texas, follow us throughout the week. You can follow us on Twitter at GMTX. Thanks for starting your morning with us, and have a wonderful Wednesday. Happy Earth Day.